Fellas, AC here. Welcome to another video. Today I'm talking about masculine fragrances. Now, masculine fragrances are my favorite type of fragrances because I feel very comfortable wearing those fragrances. It resonates with my style. But this question, what is a masculine fragrance? It's a very personal take on masculinity. For me, masculine fragrances are reminiscent of characteristics of a man. A modern man. Now, whenever people talk about masculine fragrances, they go down the route of getting in retro fragrances because they were very masculine. They were very strong masculine fragrances. We're talking about the 70s and the 80s. I haven't done that because I want more and more people watching this video to also understand that definition of masculinity is transient. It changes with time. We are living in different times now. So why should I go and wear a 40-year-old fragrance to feel masculine? There are many fragrances in the current time which are equally masculine. Not equally, but masculine in the context, the current context. They're very contemporary. So this list is a list of contemporary masculine fragrances that I think are masculine. Number 2, every single fragrance in this list has been reviewed by myself. Okay, so let's get started. First fragrance on my list is a definition of what a modern masculine is. It's a reformulated fragrance. The one that I've got is a vintage version, but it's still available. This is Dior Sauvage O Sauvage Parfum. Now this one is basically a sublime take on the concept of barbershop fragrances. Now barbershop fragrances are reminiscent of the 70s and 80s. This one doesn't remind you of the 70s and 80s, but it makes a reference to that era. This will suit a person who's got a bit of gravity about himself. Professional people are amazing. This is an amazing for professional people, amazing scent. The 2017 version is even better. I've reviewed that one as well. So don't despair if you don't have the 2012 version. This is more earthy. It's got more darker resinous side. It's slightly more mysterious. The 2017 version is fun, slightly more fun. I enjoyed it even more. So once I run out of this, or maybe once autumn comes, I'll get the 2017 version because it's in my radar. Very, very good choice for professional people with a little bit of gravity and serious personality. Age group 30-35 plus. That's my first pick. It's a very good pick for masculine scents. Yeah? Number 2 on my list is an absolute masterpiece. Again, uses a note of myrrh. It's a bit earthy, but it's also soapy, resinous, and mysterious. Very professional smelling fragrance. It is Prada Amber Perron Intense. Done a full review recently. I think this is one of those fragrances that you can ease. Beautiful smell, guys. This is not what designers are. You can comfortably say that this is basically a niche fragrance in a dirt cheap designer bottle. But it's again a 35 plus fragrance. It's not for everybody, not especially for the youngsters, but what a fantastic choice this is for 35 plus. Very professional. It just has that charisma, that little mysteriousness about itself, which is what I like the most. Some cards are better placed close to the chest. That's what this fragrance is. It just guards a few cards, You need to dig deeper to find out about that person. So Prada Amber Perron Intense is a fabulous choice. Next one is a Prada as well. And this is quite a modern, fun, stylish, masculine. It is Prada L'Homme Intense. Again, beautiful take on iris. Prada does amazing soapy fragrances. And this one, this is outstanding. This is masculine. There are 3 versions of this. This is the most masculine of the 3. But masculine doesn't mean this is somber, serious, or grumpy even. It's very, very articulate. It's very modern, very approachable, fun scent, beautifully made. Amazing option for anybody in the 25 plus. Projects a lot. So you got to watch the sprays on this one. But you can wear this to office, to a date, to a social occasion, and it will give out a very confident, friendly, and open vibe about itself. 25 plus, not a problem. Very beautiful fragrance, really, really good. Next one is an absolute masterpiece. Love it. It's again, all the fragrances in this list are designers or budget. Now this one is Dior Homme Parfum. Well, you know, entire Dior Homme line is beautiful, wonderfully made. But when it comes to masculine touch, this is super confident, super confident. Leather, iris, oud, super confident fragrance. This is one of those guys who is very successful, will really suit a businessman, young businessman. Successful, determined, and yet amazingly attractive and easy to talk to. Seriously likable. Excuse me. This is one of those fragrances that basically says, you know, I'm here, come and talk to me because I'm worthwhile. Outstanding fragrance. I can wear this any season, any time, any occasion. What a fantastic masculine. Very hard to get hold of these days, so if you ever see it, get hold of it. Yeah, Dior Homme Parfum. Next on my list is a Dior. Looks like there are 3 Diors in this list. Third one coming up. I recently reviewed it. It's the only blue scent that is on this list. And being a blue scent, it's very contemporary. Yet, it's not as playful, as dismissive as blue scents have become lately. It is Dior Sauvage Parfum. It's an absolutely, you know, beautiful composition. Using a contemporary note of blue scent, supplementing it with a fabulous note of sandalwood and slight lemony green incense, olibanum. Absolutely brilliant. Again, a very, very contemporary, very jovial, and yet extremely polished individual. You know, I would say this is 30 plus. And you can easily wear this to work because it doesn't project like an Ambroxan scent does. It has this real beautiful class about itself. It's very expensive smelling. It's just amazing. I might as well apply 1. Okay, 2. I love this scent. There's something about this fragrance which just shines. You know, on me, it's just fabulous. Love it. So, Dior Sauvage Parfum. So 5 done, 5 to come. Next one is a cheapie, and it's a fabulous cheapie. You know, it's again one of those fragrances which is masculine, modern, very approachable, very likable and jovial. It's a star of the show. It's basically a blockbuster fragrance. Dunhill Icon. This fragrance, my God, it's a summer fragrance. I think it's a versatile fragrance. You can wear this anytime, any season. Daytime is better for this. It's fresh, it's aromatic, it's charismatic, you know, and it's very stylish and modern. Now, some people might think that this is synthetic. It's a cheap fragrance, right? So if you expect a fragrance which is going to cost you 20-30 bucks for 100 ml for it to smell like an expensive Creed or Tom Ford, I think you're misplacing your expectations. This is a cheapie. So test it on in your skin. If your nose is used to very expensive fragrances, you will find it synthetic and cheap. If not, I'll tell you what, go and get this. This will become your staple, especially this warm weather. It's got an outstanding note of neroli, just beautiful. Try it, guys, if you haven't already. Very suitable for any occasion, summertime. You can wear this to a date and leave a stunning impression, and unmistakably masculine. Neroli is masculine if used properly, and it's been used beautifully here with cardamom. So the next on my list is, again, a niche quality fragrance by a house that I really trust. It's a Guerlain, and it is called L'Instant de Guerlain. So this one is, the packaging has changed, but it's still available. This is an EDP. This is quite a beastly performance fragrance, and this fragrance is so many things. I've done a full review, and this is one of those Guerlain fragrances that you absolutely must have in your collection. And it's just charismatic. It's, you know what, this fragrance reminds me or impresses upon my mind an impression of a highly dependable chap, extremely capable, very friendly, very open, and yet one of those mates who you can depend on when the time comes. This fragrance gives off that vibe to me. Sensational fragrance. I've done a full review, but this is basically an oriental, smoky oriental. But what a fragrance this is, guys. And I love wearing this in summer, although this is more of an autumn, cold weather fragrance. And it's slightly mature, so I would say 25, 30 plus. 30 plus is the right age group, but unmistakably masculine and wonderfully made. Just very high quality, yeah? So, next fragrance is a fragrance. Last three other fragrances are for very confident men. Yeah, it's not for people who are not very confident and hence to the safe path. These three fragrances are not that safe, but they're yet amazing. So the next fragrance is called Only for Men, but in Arabic, Fakat Rijal by Rasasi. Now, this is a mouthful, so I'll put it in the description, and I've done a full review. This is an oud, but this is an unbeatable oud. For the money it costs, and don't wear this in summer, it smells a little bit odd. Yeah, it smells a little bit odd in summer, but if you wear this in the coolish weather, autumn, winter, you'll see that you got yourself an absolute bargain. For the money it costs, the smell of the fragrance, the performance, the transformation is just outstanding. It's nude, so there's a little bit of skank here, but once that skank dissipates, this fragrance is unmatched. Outstanding fragrance, yeah? Only for Men, or Fakat Rijal by Rasasi. Try it out. This is for a very successful businessman, you know, for a self-starter who's not afraid to take risks. That's the kind of fragrance this is. Next on my list, the second last fragrance is by a parfumer which I don't think much of. It's by Jean-Claude Ellena. It's one of those fragrances by Jean-Claude Ellena that I actually like. And it is this Bellamy Vetiver. This fragrance basically brings to life an old fragrance by Hermes called Bellamy. It's been modernized, and it's been modernized and perfected. I would say Bellamy was amazing, but it was quite 80s. I wouldn't say dated, but it was a classic feel. The classic feels, you know, the carnations and that oily oak moss, it's gone. But what they've done here is dry fruits, leather, oily leather, and vetiver. What a beautiful composition this is. Bellamy Vetiver, again, like Fakat Rijal, is not for everybody. But if you do happen to get this, you'll see what confidence smells like. This is confident man's fragrance. Man on a mission with a lot of confidence. Bellamy Vetiver, outstanding Hermes fragrance, just amazing. You can see the usage. I love it. Last on the list is a cheapie, but by God, it's an amazing fragrance. It's a fragrance by a house which makes outstanding fragrances on a budget. It's an Aramis. The name of the fragrance is Tobacco Reserve. It's a magical tobacco. One of the finest tobacco notes on this kind of budget you will ever smell. This is like tobacco tonka, contemporary notes, yes? Creamy, silky tobacco with spices, nutmeg and sage. It's spicy, it's charismatic, it's masculine, it's confident. It's just one of those fragrances that basically says, I'm a very well polished individual. Be careful before you open your mouth. It's really, really no-nonsense fragrance, but it's an absolute stunner. For the money, this is a no-brainer. You should have it in your collection. So, those are the 10. What do you think is your favorite masculine, excuse me, contemporary masculine? I would love to know that. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.